coming up next on Growing Chatham, we are counting the days down until Ag Fest. I'll give you all the details. Then we're going to find out how the fruits and vegetables that you purchased today could provide food for you later on. Then Tara shares with us a traditional Irish recipe that's super simple to make. After that, we're heading into the kitchen with Tara, where she's going to demonstrate how to use the Instapot to boil eggs and create coconut rice. So all of this is coming up next on Growing Chatham. So let's get started. Welcome to Growing Chatham for March 2023. I'm Tiffany Hancock for North Carolina Cooperative Extension Chatham County Center. We are counting down to Ag Fest, March 25th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We hope you can join us. National Agriculture Week is March 21st through the 27th, so come celebrate with us at the Chatham County Spring Ag Fest on March 25th from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. This is a free family fun event. Chatham Transit will provide transportation from the Chatham County Justice Center and Central Carolina Community College, so you can park and ride from those two locations. So come on down to the Chatham County Spring Ag Fest March 25th, 2023 from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. and shop with local vendors, visit exhibitors. There's fun and games such as pony rides, 4-H activities, there's animals, Smokey Bear, and more. And come hungry because food trucks will be available throughout the festival. Events are also scheduled at the Livestock Arena, such as the Livestock Costume Contest. You've got to see this. Cows dressed up like you'll just have to come see how these cows are dressed up. It's hilarious. And you don't want to miss the cow milking demonstration that will be held 3 times throughout the festival. So come on out on March 25th, 2023 from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. For the up-to-date Spring Ag Fest details, just visit go.ncsu.edu/Spring Ag Fest 23, or you can visit the Spring Ag Fest Facebook page at go.ncsu.edu/Spring Ag Fest 23 FB. You can also access the website and the Facebook page by visiting go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 323. It's the Spring Ag Fest food drive. When you come out to Spring Ag Fest, why not help fight food insecurity right here in Chatham County? There are many families who are going hungry this year. Donations of non-perishable foods will be accepted at the main doors of the Chatham County Agriculture and Conference Center. Many thanks to the following who help plan and organize and sponsor Spring Ag Fest 23. Farm Bureau, Chatham County, Chatham County Government, Chatham Soil and Water, North Carolina Cooperative Extension, Chatham County Center, the North Carolina Forestry Service, USDA Farm Service Agency, and the Chatham County Agriculture and Conference Center. Did you know that the fruits and vegetables that you purchase from the store could actually feed you in the future? Let's head over to the North Carolina State Homegrown channel to find out more.
Have you been thinking about planting a vegetable garden with all the free time you have on your hands? Today on Homegrown, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about gardening from your kitchen scraps. Some of the vegetables that we routinely consume are immature varieties of the actual vegetable. So take something like this. This is a common zucchini. And when you cut that zucchini open, you can see that the seeds inside are present, but they're not mature yet. It will take this vegetable some time to grow these seeds into a mature state that they could be planted in our garden. The problem with that is, by the time the seeds are mature, the vegetable is no longer as good of eating quality as it is when it's young and tender. So how about those vegetables that we eat that are harvested when they're mature? Take something like a tomato, for example. This tomato has seeds inside, and those seeds could be planted in your home garden. There's a bit of a challenge there. The mother plant that this plant came from was the same genetically as all the other plants in the farmer's field. That allows the farmer to produce fruit of an even size, shape, and color. The challenge is the seeds that are inside this plant are not going to be genetically identical to this tomato because they were produced from a cross in the field. So whatever pollen was used by this flower to produce this fruit will be determining what the genetics of the seed are, and they're likely not going to be exactly identical in size and shape and color to this fruit. Well, that's okay. Take something like an heirloom tomato. In this case, heirloom tomatoes are made up from a series of seeds that are planted in the field that are all a little bit different. So each fruit is just slightly different than the mother plant next to it. That leads to fruit that are different sizes, colors, and shapes. But with an heirloom tomato, that might not be a big deal. In fact, sometimes that's part of the fun of choosing an heirloom tomato. So what about plants that are not produced from seed? Take a common vegetable like this. In this case, a potato has the ability to be asexually propagated. What that means is we can take a cutting from this potato, plant it, and we'll produce a genetically identical clone of this potato in the coming season. All we have to do is cut this potato into pieces and make sure that each piece has an eye. And it's from that eye that a new plant will emerge and new potatoes will grow underground. Recognize this? This is our sweet potato, our state vegetable. And look, this sweet potato is a little bit old and it's started to produce vines. In fact, you can take these vines, cut them, and plant them in your garden, and they'll root everywhere there's a leaf, and they will produce new sweet potatoes underground. In this case, we're looking at romaine lettuce. Normally, when we make a salad with a head of lettuce like this, we cut off the bottom part. However, you can take this bottom part and reroot it in your garden. The roots will emerge where they were originally attached, and a new head will form from one of the buds on this compressed stem. In this case, celery. And what's the first thing we usually do when we are going to use celery? We cut off the bottom. Now you could use that bottom in roasts or stews, or you could plant this bottom portion and a new celery head will form above ground. This is another plant that you can asexually propagate. And the way you do that is just cut the top off this pineapple and you can reroot this top. And if you give it enough time and the right conditions outside, it will grow another pineapple out the top. The problem with this though is, or the challenge we have with this, is that this is tropical. So it won't tolerate cold temperatures. So if you're gonna do this, I recommend you do it in a pot. And then when the temperature gets below 50, you bring that pot back inside and protect it over the winter until you can set it back out again in the summer. Another common tropical that you'll find in your kitchen is an avocado. You can do that same technique with the pit or the seed that's inside the avocado. You can plant this seed and it will sprout a new avocado plant, but also this plant is sensitive to cold, so you'll have to plant it in a pot and bring it inside at the end of the summer before it experiences those cold temperatures. You can learn more about asexual propagation of plants in the resources provided with this homegrown, including the North Carolina Master Gardener's Handbook on Asexual Propagation. If you're really planning to start a vegetable garden this summer, don't let a lack of seeds slow you down, and good luck developing your green thumb.
Tara Gregory, Family and Consumer Sciences Agent, is celebrating St. Patrick's Day with cold cannon. Let's find out more about cold cannon. What is it? We're going to stay with Tara. She is going to demonstrate how the Instapot works when boiling eggs. Then she's going to make coconut rice. Let's find out how easy it is to use the Instapot.
Hi, I'm Tara Gregory, the Family and Consumer Sciences Agent for Cooperative Extension in Chatham County. And I'm back with our pressure cooker series. And today we're gonna do boiled eggs. It's a quick, no fuss way to get some boiled eggs. You can choose soft boiled, medium boiled, or hard boiled based on the time you set for your pressure cooker. So I really like medium boiled eggs where they have a little bit of softness in that yolk. So that's what we're gonna do today, but you can just add some time for hard boiled eggs or decrease some time for some soft boiled eggs. All right, so I have our pressure cooker set up here. We've got the inner pot ready to go. The trivet that we're gonna set the eggs on. That just keeps them out from touching the bottom of the pot and being submerged in the water we're gonna put in there, and which will make a difference. So if you don't have a trivet, you may find that you need to adjust the time to get the eggs the way you like them, because it will affect the cooking. All right, so we're gonna use 1 cup of cool water in the pot, and then we're gonna go ahead and put our eggs in. And you can choose however many you want. You may, it's not likely you're gonna just do 1 egg, but maybe a few, or maybe the whole dozen can go in here. And so it's ready to go. That's all you need. We're gonna put our lid on. It dings, it's telling me it's connected, and I've switched it to the closed position. I'm gonna check our valve up here to move it from venting, make sure it's on the ceiling, so that way the pot can get up to pressure. And so then I'm gonna hit, for this unit, I'm gonna hit manual, and I'm gonna lower those minutes. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do 8 minutes to get that medium boiled egg for a large egg. Now it may look different for you if you want it hard boiled. I would recommend 12 minutes and seeing how you like that. So you heard the beep, that is like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. I'm gonna start heating up and getting the pressure up. We're gonna leave this unit to get up to pressure. When it's there, it'll show that time we set here, and it'll start counting down. And it'll cook, and then it'll ding. I believe the unit dings about 9 times to let me know, okay, it's done. And we'll release that pressure ourselves instead of leaving it to sit to release on its own. So what we call that a manual release of pressure instead of the natural release. Okay, so our pressure cooker has beeped to let us know it's all done. I hit the cancel button. I'm now gonna use these tongs. You can use a wooden spoon, something that gives you some distance away from the steam that's gonna come out of the vent back here. But this is called a manual pressure release. So I'm gonna push the valve to venting. The cabinets are getting a little bit of a splash there. We'll wipe those down later. So we're gonna let this happen for a bit. It's gonna take some time for that pressure to leave the unit, and the little pink valve in the back, little knob, is gonna go poof, and that's how you know you are gonna be able to open the lid up and take those eggs out. I have prepared a bowl of ice water, so an ice bath for these hot eggs, and I'm gonna drop them in here. Oh, I heard the click. So here we go, let's see. Always open the lid away from yourself so the steam doesn't give you a facial that you don't really want. I'm gonna grab the eggs, put them in our ice bath. I'm gonna cool them off quickly so they stop the cooking process. And you get them the way you like them. One more guy here. Go. All right, so I'm gonna let those cool down a bit. If you find you did the whole dozen of eggs and your ice melts really quickly, feel free to drain that off, add some more ice water to keep cooling them down, or run them under some cool water after they've been submerged for a bit. And that's gonna let you be able to stop the cooking process as well as cool them down so you can peel them. Now, what I love about using the pressure cooker is that there has been maybe one time out of 35 times that I was not able to peel the eggs easily. And so almost always, in my experience, they peel so nicely. You'll see in just a minute. All right, so I've got one out. They're still gonna be warm inside because I haven't left them that long, but I wanna show you. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack the shell and peel it right off. I know that can be the most painful part of making boiled eggs. And there we go. Quite beautiful. I am gonna cut this in half so you can see what it looks like. It's still warm, so it will firm up a bit as it cools. There we go. Delicious. Eat it as is, as a snack, or chop it up, make some egg salad, add it to a green salad, whatever you like. And you can keep these unpeeled in your fridge for 5 days safely. Once you peel them, that will shorten that clock a little bit. But yeah, you can make a batch of these and snack on them for most of the week. So enjoy your boiled eggs in your pressure cooker. Hi, I'm Tara Gregory. I'm the Family and Consumer Sciences Agent with North Carolina Cooperative Extension in Chatham County. So I'm back with our pressure cooker series, and today we're gonna make some coconut rice. So the pressure cooker is excellent for making grains, different types of grains. Maybe it's rice, different types of rice, brown rice, basmati, jasmine, all the different types can be made in here. Maybe you wanna make some quinoa or barley or oatmeal. This unit will make that a little simpler, hands off, no pots or watching it so it doesn't boil over on the stove. I like to make coconut rice because it adds a little extra flavor to dishes. So maybe you're making a stir fry, you're gonna have it with rice. You can amp it up with some coconut milk. So it's few ingredients, you mix it together, set the number, and let it go. So I'll show you what I put in this recipe. So I have 1 cup of white rice, rinsed. You can change out the rice to the type you have or the type you want to use. You've rinsed it off. You want to try rinsing. You want to rinse your rice before you use it. So I'm going to just put that into our inner pot here with the pressure cooker. And then I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of water, a can of unsweetened coconut milk. You can see the fat and liquid separate there. You do, for best flavor and best results, you want the full fat version for this recipe. Alright, and then a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just gonna give that a stir so everything's combined pretty well. Okay, so now we're just gonna put the lid on. And for this recipe, we're gonna do 12 minutes. So I've got that locked in. I'm gonna turn the valve to sealing so it can bring up to pressure. And we're gonna do 12 minutes. Now that's all I do. I let it, it'll beep when it recognizes that's what I wanna set it at. All right, and then we'll wait. It'll come up to pressure, and when it gets there, it will start counting down that 12 minutes. Once it finishes cooking, we want to leave it for 10 to 15 minutes and let that natural pressure release happen. Now after 10 to 15 minutes, it still may not be ready to let us open it up. At that point, you can manually release that. So I'll show you more on that when it's ready. Okay, so our rice is all done. It's been sitting here for 14 minutes and doing that natural pressure release. So at this point, we can go ahead and help it along, finish up. Oh, didn't have to, that clicked. If it had not popped down and clicked and said it was all finished releasing pressure, we can just push this knob to venting and let the rest out. It'll click, letting us know we can open it up. And away You want to have it away from your face so that steam doesn't come into your face. And I'm just gonna fluff up our coconut rice here. See, stir it all up, and it's ready to top with some delicious veggies, stir fry, whatever you would like to put on there. Now I want to say it's very helpful to set this and move along and prep the other part of your meal. So you don't have to worry about watching it come to a boil and lowering it to a simmer. You have the pot doing that for you. So that's why I love using the pressure cooker for grains when I cook any kind of grains. So sometimes I will make a one-pot chili or soup that may have some quinoa thrown in there, or you could put barley in there, or rice, and it will cook with all the other ingredients. And I just follow the recipes for that. You'll notice on this unit, and most of the pressure cookers will have buttons that say, like right here, rice. So you could click that and let it do its thing. You may find, oh, I don't really like my rice like that. Don't give up, just find a recipe. There's so many out there and ways to make it in your pressure cooker without the button, and you can get it to the texture and consistency that you like. So give it a try. Next time you're making some rice or some oatmeal, maybe your pressure cooker can be your helper.
That will do it for Growing Chatham. I hope to see you at the Chatham County Spring Ag Fest. And don't forget to bring a canned good or shelf-stable food. I know your neighbors would greatly appreciate it. Join me next month with more updates from our extension agents. Just visit go.ncsu.edu/Growing Chatham 323. I'll see you in April. Have a great March. Bye.